life a little more, that I can accept. Okay, it makes perfect sense that Joe Budden would be a Drake hater. Yeah, again, you got to realize, especially for rappers in particular, for rappers, when you're around an artist that's way better than you, for the most part, it's like y'all have a cuck bull relationship. All right, except depending on what level that nigga's on, when he's begging your girl, he doesn't know you're there in the cuck chair. He doesn't even see you in the cuck chair. That's the level that you vibrate off of him. Whereas as the cuck, you are more aware of the situation than he is. Your perspective is totally different. That's when you're the winner. That's the difference in your perspectives. You understand me? Let me make sure I'm on the right mic. Pause. Okay. Here we go. All right, we're doing okay. Let's turn on the. I feel like the mic is not as loud if I don't have the mixer open. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just play this real quick, man.
Look like fully into it.
See, that's the right question, man. That's what I'm scared of. I'll tell you that.
Wait, what you say? What?
Fair use.
Yo. Man, what the fuck is that?
He's no longer trying to be the favorite.
No longer trying to appease to the people. No longer trying to appease
Trying to be the golden child to everybody. I was trying to be cool with the label.
I gave you all of this,
and this is how y'all look at me now. Okay, so now it's fuck y'all. And I'm really. I was the biracial Canadian kid that looked up to y'all niggas.
Okay, the villain arc.
You know what I'm saying? And I came down
Well,
here.
fold that up right now.
And now I see what y'all
Fold it. Fold. And see, fold that up right now shit is what I'm afraid of. To me, the villain arc in him is, I agree with y'all, but it's like, to me, the way it's going to sound is a whole lot of bitching.
I was gonna say
It's still going to sound like whining and complaining and fake tough guy shit.
This is Mark Lamont Hill talking. That's Mark Lamont Hill talking. And I'm not saying he's a punk, right? But again, that proves the point. He will be so offended at the idea that I think that he should tolerate disrespect. He will be so offended at the idea of me commenting basically that you shouldn't speak up for yourself. You shouldn't let niggas know not to play with you. Because that's basically what you're saying. But again, where does that come from? That comes from the fact that, we have a hierarchy in the black community. The top of the hierarchy is old black chicks, black women, little black girls, little black boys, black men, and then within black men, dark-skinned niggas at the very top as far as like privilege and just getting as far as like privilege goes, and as far as like respect and privilege, like they get away with whatever. They get away with hating, they get away with being corny, they get away with being treacherous, they get away with just being a criminal. Everything like we anything dark-skinned niggas do, niggas just respect it. Like this shit that Push and Kendrick, y'all niggas let these niggas have. First of all, Kendrick's your whole press run is about, I'm this guy's biggest hater. And again, that makes sense. Y'all hate winners anyway. The first record is basically, if you think about what he's saying, a part of a diss record, right, is making a good point. But you gotta realize that when Push is rapping, when Kendrick was rapping versus Drake, it was more like, all right, we finally got someone who's a little more of a loser like me. Right? He's more of a loser like I am, so I relate to him more and I believe him more. And the good thing about believe, I'm not even into that because that's not what I'm listening for. I'm listening to whether or not I think that shit is fire. Because with anything else, we can make a fair judgment based off of how efficient or how much we enjoy some shit. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody going to hate on you more than a rapper. But I'm going back to the fact that that's Mark Lamont Hill saying, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what you were afraid of. I feel like, most of the arguments that you niggas have made about the Drake and Kendrick beef or about how Drake should move has been about basically, hey, I think he should be cowardly. I think he need to just put his hands up and say, hey, man, let's be cool here. I don't want no trouble, cause that's that slave mentality. Nigga, that's how your mama raised you. That's how your mama raised you, nigga. Attorney Dennis Sperling, he made a really good point about why black men, you're a lot more passive than you think you are. You're very fucking passive. You're literally only violent against other black boys and men, or you're mostly violent against them, and you have an innate fear of non-black people. You have an innate disrespect for non-black people. All of us do it. Gotta be careful out here. It gets tricky, baby. Hold on. What? Here we go.
Baby.
Hold on. Something going on my signal, man. This shit taking so long to sync up. All right.
They never had.
Come and get me, baby.
Had my back.
All right, it's faster. Okay.
They never
Have my back.
He told me how much he wants to.
All right, go back to the conversation, right? So, again, I'm gonna keep making this point too. I'm sorry if I'm going off subject. When you deal with people who are hating on you, first of all, it's a different kind of treatment. It can be very covert because it's always expressed as if it's some kind of concern or some kind of care. All right, you got to be able to read in between the lines. Although for the most part, in so many words, said, "Yo, you a bitch ass light skinned nigga." Listen, and I know. Listen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm biased on the subject. Listen, I'm human. Shout out to the coffee. And shout out to homeboy who said my video is terrible. The video I did on Cardi B is terrible. Yo, anyway, I ain't gonna. We'll stay on subject. So, disrespect, right? So, let's go ahead and play some more of this shit.
I think that's fire. Because when he does it and tries to really sound like a mob boss is when I think it goes bad for him. Like all of that, I'll cut your finger off and send it to your mom. I have your tongue cut out your fucking mouth. All of that shit is when you're trying to, like, dog, stop. We seen Degrassi. But when it sounds like this,
You're an asshole.
we didn't see Degrassi. Well, I know we didn't, but I know what happened. We saw that one clip.
Why do we use that as an example? People that did things in the past. Nigga, Game did shit in the past. Nigga, look how he is. Like, there's some niggas that could do shit, and then before they got on, they'd still be tough. They'd be real.
What did Game do?
The
What was
game
that TV
show,
The game
yeah,
show
the
with
TV
tongue
show.
ring
It's-
and-
The game was also a stripper. Like he was a dancer before this. All right, this nigga was on a few reality TV shows actually. Then he had his. Then he had his own reality TV show. I think it was for the love of the game. Shit was crazy. You understand? But anywho, and I get it, man. They just doing content, but like, come on, Joe. Of all people, right? Who should be talking? Fam, Joe, you are the one. You are one of those people who have been punched on camera. And I never look, when Consequence suck, he did sucker punch Joe. All right. And it wasn't really no scuffle, nigga. They got into it. You know what I'm saying? They was getting into it and shit, right? When you got into it with Raekwon's man and whatnot, I didn't understand why you didn't fight Raekwon's man. What that story went was he punched you in your eye so hard that you just said, fuck it. I always wondered, why wasn't there a rumble after he punched you in your eye? And also, why did he have to punch you in your eye? Because of your rap opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, all Joe was saying, niggas' respect for Joe was so low in the game that a nigga punched Joe Budden in the eye because Joe thought he should rank higher than Method Man in terms of skill and ability on the top 50 of hip-hop. And Joe was just trying to battle rap. He's trying to battle, and somehow these niggas is live streaming, and like Raekwon comes sit down and question Joe about that shit, and then Raekwon man just come and punch Joe in the eye. But again, we don't always talk about that. Cause you gotta be fair. Like, yo, you ain't know he's gonna punch you in the eye. I think you should have fought back. You know what I mean? But again, if anything, and this is what's weird, what they're all arguing is that basically let niggas play with you, and you should have an image of niggas can play with you. The person you should be, right, is the person that niggas can play with. Ain't that wild? And why is that? Because other black men they honestly think that there are certain rules for you. For the most part, people love to limit the expression of black men, right, and the celebration of other black men. It's another instance where you niggas prove that you do know Drake is black because you treat him like a nigga right now. You finding every way to hate on this nigga. You saying speaking up for yourself. You don't do that. If you do have power and you got going, first of all, can y'all please give me all the instances? Can someone send me the links where niggas is pressing Drake? Can someone send me the links where Drake is getting beat up on camera? Can someone send me the link of the nigga saying that, yo, I did this to Drake, did that to Drake? Who did? Hold on. Where's my soundboard? Hold on. I'm just saying.
Niggas.
I cried last one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
You understand? Shoot.
Thank goodness you've had your surgery.
We're good to go.
Y'all niggas is weird, man. All right, man. It's, hold on, why it's not doing it?
Trying to criticize him for being.
I didn't think that meant that he can't be tough.
People tried to use that. Okay, not you, but people did try to use that.
I started it. He can't
So why
be
you just
tough.
said?
Fun fact. Joe Budden and the game actually beefed at one point, and they actually went at it like twice on wax and whatnot. And he just admitted, yo, I started that shit. And actually, he might have. There's the other thing too. When you was beefing with Ransom, you know what I'm saying? You had to come on camera and say, yo, the beef is dead. Let's leave this shit alone. Because Ransom and them came to your cousin's house and got it on camera. Bro, that's wild, bro. I'm just saying, and I guess they doing content. But, yo, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that, bro. I don't like it, bro.
Heat of the battle.
Why you tricking me with your words?
I'm saying that was one incident. 25 years ago, or however long it was. Yeah, hey, you did the game trying to give you a pussy. Yeah. But today, you can still be very much tough and do a game show. Drake is not looked at. Drake is not looked at like that from just one or two incidents. It's the whole background. You grew up. If you was acting at 9 and 10 and 11, or however old you were, then it's assumed that your Jewish family did all right, was breeding you up since you weren't. There wasn't and even when Game did that, there was the story of what his brother was into.
That's a fact.
What his niggas was into.
That's a fact. You're right.
So Drake never had that. So we assume it's Degrassi and.
Okay.
Yeah, but then he gets
in
some
private
bread.
school.
But now you get you some bread and you surround yourself with niggas that do that. And you really start moving that way. And I really can get your finger off. I really can get you fucked up.
Your tongue cut up.
And I might have got a couple niggas fucked up, so I know I could do it. And I'm extra braggadocious about it. I'm extra confident in what I can do.
Cool, but niggas will still never.
But here, and that's the thing. That's the argument right there. That's the only thing that matters. I saw a clip. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that clip for y'all real quick. I saw a clip earlier, right? With it's an old vintage interview with President Trump, right? And what I saw in that interview showed me that, you know what? A lot of you have a weird idea of what you think winning is. And I've just come to understand that, again, through feminine leadership, through y'all listening to women so much to the point where men don't even have minds of their own. Men don't live for themselves whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Men, for the most part, they whole dream for the most part is to get enough money to give it all away to their family, or get enough money to give it to everyone. Which I'm not mad at, but that's just the love of men. But my thing is always that I'm not going to allow anyone to make men feel as though the things they do don't matter and it's just as you should. Nah, fuck that. You know, we're gonna show appreciation for people who do the right thing. All right, I did not save that. I think I recorded it though. Fuck it. But let me go get back to my point. My point being is, so there was a video with President Trump, and he's being interviewed by I think it was Barbara Walters maybe. So basically, she's like trying to like have a gotcha moment. She's not really having a genuine conversation. The conversation is trying to basically say, who do you think you are, Mr. Rich Handsome Man? Because the conversation was all about trying to break him down or trying to point out his faults, and it's like, why would this matter if you think that's a human being, right? and she gets into the bankruptcies and some of his financial failures. But even at that moment, even in the financial failure, he was still 100 times richer than the woman that's questioning him, right? And so she's talking about the bankruptcies and whatnot, and you look all throughout the comments, right? And you see all these comments that people, matter of fact, might be my threads. All these comments that people left, and people are saying, "Oh yeah, he's always been delusional," and just trying to bring the president down to the lowest level possible. You know what I'm saying? All while not looking at what the facts are, bro. I'm gonna share my screen real quick.